Beats by Zer0.
Welcome to the season finale, season 1 finale of the Excuse the Cat podcast. It's your host, Zer0 Tolerance. We have with us today the normal crew, Lost Flyer, TChill, and Shank. And we have a special guest on our season finale, a man that has been mentioned several times in the past 4 or 5 months that we've been doing this podcast, the homie Zay. Happy to have you here, brother.
That's a terrible intro.
I was gonna let him do his thing, bro. Go ahead, tell him who you are, what you do,
man,
everything.
So, of course, my name's Young Zay, and I make hip hop.
Hey man, I don't like your energy, man. Hey, this is Zay in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? My nigga's a hip hop artist, hip hop extraordinaire, rap extraordinaire. He got collabs all over the place. We got Don't Stop with Lost Flyer and Zay. We got Standing Tall with TChill and Zay. We got Runaway.
Zer0.
We got Zer0 in this bitch. We got niggas in this hoe. This nigga fire. What y'all talking about, man? That's the intro we need, man. Y'all wasting time.
Hey, I appreciate the energy. I'm humble.
Why everybody is connected to each other without saying none of this is connected. So
I was thinking about
this
that.
man needs to have more
I was
energy.
thinking about that. earlier. I was gonna get to that. You got to put some
huge
respect on my name for that. This podcast, as it is existed, wouldn't exist without me. So that's real.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
Facts. Well, we have a long, not really long.
Did we take the shot?
We gonna
Can
get
we
there.
get
I
to
know,
it? Damn.
We got a little bit more introduction.
Zer0. We invite niggas on the show and they think they can just run shit. Like he just got here.
Backseat driver head ass.
He just got
My
here.
bad.
I know you put us together, but damn.
I'm just trying to get it over with.
I'm the captain now. But we are officially 4 months, 19 days, no sponsor, 1 whole season, no sponsor, 1 whole season without some shirts. But we gonna get them shirts for next season. We already heard that we're gonna get them shirts on the way. But yeah, something that's been highly requested. This episode is dedicated to the race. But before we get into that, we're gonna take a shot.
See, there you go. You just had to be patient. It was coming. It's like 30 seconds later.
Man,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
dog.
This
It was on my mind.
For the shot. It just happened.
Yeah, bro.
Trying to get it over with. That's all.
Hey, Shank, what's in your cup tonight, brother? What's in your cup tonight? Water. Damn, you hate to see it. Okay. I like that. That's real nigga shit right there. That's real. Yo, our special Zay, what's in your cup, brother? What's in your cup?
Bro, you already know what it is. The finest of the house Hennessy. Ready to go.
Fly, what's in your cup, man? What's in your cup, man?
Shoot, the Patron you went half on?
Ain't that about a bitch? Send me some bread. No, I'm fucking with you. Marcus, what's in your cup, Zer0? What's in your cup?
Captain Morgan today. We didn't.
You are
we didn't.
sick
Oh,
we did
yeah.
not- we did not crack that bottle, so I had to crack it for the pod.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. Or
I
at
did.
least If you did,
I
you didn't
did.
you didn't take much because that motherfucker's still pretty full.
Yeah, nah. I definitely didn't. But I did crack it a little bit.
Mm.
Cheers, fellas.
What are you
Cheers.
drinking? More tequila?
What do you got?
You already know me, man. I still in tequila wave all day long.
Sick bitch.
That's the sign of a toxic nigga right there.
What?
A nigga that only drink tequila.
How you figure?
That's just toxic people in general. They like to be active. Tequila
You a
get you all
Taurus, bro?
activated.
I'm the type of nigga that I do like to get active.
You feel me? It get you activated. Yeah.
I do be in that bitch jigging on my mommy. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
You a Taurus, bro? That's your sign, bro. That's what we was talking about earlier in the
Who?
chat. You nigga.
No.
I thought he was an Aries.
No.
Don't disrespect me, bro.
Wait. No.
Don't disrespect me, bro.
Y'all ain't doing no horoscopes today. Nope. I tried to do the horoscopes last everybody thought I was crazy. And then I saw everybody talking about it in the chat, hey, gang. I'm like, ain't this about it? Ain't happening. Go ahead, next subject.
Hey man, big Aries gang, man. We in this bitch, big horns. You dig me? Hold on, what day is it?
It's the second.
It's the second? Okay, I got 10 days. Aries gang in this bitch. Shout out my nigga Dex. He a Taurus, but still he April birthday, so shout out my nigga Dex. This nigga Dex birthday like literally like 6 days after mine. Yeah.
But our first topic of the day, I'll let Shank start it off because he brought it into the chat. What is going on with Saweetie and Quavo, bro? Why these niggas fighting in the elevator, bro?
Man.
Yeah, I think TMZ basically just got Quavo in trouble, pretty much. That's what happened. I think they was pretty much minding their business. That happened a whole year ago. TMZ got the footage, aired it.
Oh, see? I knew it was something like that.
I didn't know the footage was a year old.
I know Saweetie was stealing off that nigga in the beginning. It looked like that nigga had a Xbox.
Yeah, he had a PlayStation.
I was. He was like, he threw her to the elevator. You know, you saw that camera. He already knew it was over with.
See, Fly. You want to be a celebrity so bad? That's what you got to deal with, bro. Better not be. Don't date nobody. There's gonna be a camera right there waiting on you.
Don't date nobody else famous.
Hey, and the YouTube people gonna be on
spotlight.
He get caught up with non-famous women too.
you. The YouTube people gonna be.
It just be extra
they got more
bad
to
with
lose,
famous women.
So they ain't about to. So they ain't really gonna start this stuff until they got their ducks in a row.
Yeah, I don't know.
How much they can get from you? Then they're like, oh yeah, I'm about to leave them.
But yeah, that's just wild though. So did Quavo cheat? Was that like the ordeal? Was that what
she was saying, like infidelities and shit? I know she was on Twitter talking about it.
Man, all them
Right.
celebrities
trying
cheat.
to say like he was cheating and he was just like a foul person.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Pretty much didn't even help. You know what I
I
mean?
gotta ask y'all a question, man. I really need to know. I'm not condoning cheating. We gotta say that.
That's
I'm
a terrible start.
It is a horrible start. But I'm not condoning cheating. But my thing is this, bro. You can't really expect niggas to not slip up every once in a while. Like if you live that life, right? Like I remember when Tristan cheated on Chloe with Jordan Woods. I'm like, okay. Like, what you mean? It's Jordan Woods. Like you go around those caliber of women all of the time. Like every day of your life. If you want to be around those caliber of women, it can happen. All it takes is one time you get drunk, you like, damn, bitch, you fine. And you know she gonna fold. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying these niggas should get a pad. I don't know. I just feel like that's a tough situation to be in. Huh?
It ain't no passes unless that's like something y'all agreed upon. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But like if you got a girl, you already and she just that caliber is just the top of that caliber as well.
That's true, because Saweetie is bad.
Exactly. And it's like
Saweetie's bad.
And it's like it's up to you. You chose that girl, so it's up to you to prove that like she's the one for you. Like if you out here just with anybody, regardless of who they are or what status it is, it's about you trying to prove that she's the one for you. You feel me?
All right, Dr. Zay.
That's my opinion.
This nigga got him.
But in my opinion, how many celebrity relationships? Because we talk about celebrity relationships all seasons. All season we talked about celebrity relationships. How many celebrity relationships actually stay together? More than 10 years. More than 10 years. Please.
Janae and Big Sean, shout out to, you know what I'm saying?
Seems like none.
They
Oh
broke
God,
up and came back together.
They on again, off again.
Who
they did it once.
Who had a consistent 10 years?
Bro.
Will and Jada, but we saw that in it.
You gotta name some old celebrities like a Lawrence Fishburne or
Lawrence
what's that
Fishburne.
other dude?
Beyonce and
Washington.
Jay-Z, Janet Jackson.
My
and
boys say
Beyonce
Forrest
had-
Whitaker.
had some
No,
years.
but there was even some type of skepticism about Jay-Z cheating on Beyonce.
Oh, absolutely, there was.
Publicity stuff. That's for the album, bro.
That could
That's
be
for the
true.
album.
The album.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's
There's a Baby Good here somewhere out there.
like Rihanna walking to the club. She trying to choose that night. That's tough. Like that's, baby, I love you, but that's very tough. You know, like I really gotta love you. I really gotta love you. Like I really, like I do. Like I really, really do.
You might be right.
That's
So
tough.
like Rev Run is probably like got the cleanest slate out of everybody.
That's facts. I think it don't leave the house. I think it don't leave the house. He know better.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
But,
other than, them two.
Also,
you saw, Lil Uzi and JT and like the whole City Girl beef.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't keep up with them. Not trying to like diss them or anything. I just don't keep up with them. So if y'all know some shit about them, that's y'all shit.
I said,
'Cause
Shank, we can definitely talk about that because I watched that shit. Because I forgot that. Huh?
There's a video out about this now.
Yes. Well, the thing is, there's like, so like basically, what is his name? The dude from 808 Mafia. What is his name? Southside. Thank you, Southside. That nigga's dating one half of the City Girls,
Young Miami.
and then Lil Uzi's dating JT. So what happened is that Lil Uzi got on live, which people are so obsessed with clout. It is so crazy. But Lil Uzi got on live with, what is her name? Not JT. What's her name? Young Miami. He got on live with Young Miami, and they were going back and forth, like, but also speaking very codedly about the conversation of what went wrong and shit. And like Uzi was trying to like boss up, like he was talking like super like big chested and shit, like telling JT to shut the fuck up and all types of shit. Like, yo, like I'm talking about blah, blah, blah. And like running over both of these girls. And like then Southside got on live talking crazy, talking about Uzi, like, nigga, I saved you from niggas robbing you. Like, you not a nigga that keep guns on you. Like, we the ones that keep guns on us. Like, niggas trying to run up in your studio and check your shit, but we told him we're not going for that shit because we had the blicks on us. Like, different shit like that. Like, he was talking all types of crazy. And like, yeah, there's basically like a oh yeah, because Uzi don't fuck with Young Miami, but like obviously that's JT best friend. So like, yeah, it's like some bullshit.
Sounds like it.
You on mute, Shank?
Uzi, he was a whole hoe for that. I feel like
100%.
Like, and that's coming. You basically going at your girlfriend. That's how they make their millions, bro. How you go? It seemed like he just want to fuck up that, or he just want to control everything, or control JT at least.
See, this is the type of shit that makes me think that this type of shit is just like a publicity stunt, because everything is on live. Like everything is on Instagram live. So like I feel like the whole like Uzi and JT relationship came out of nowhere too. Like I just looked up one day on Twitter and these motherfuckers was dating. Like I saw that they was flirting back and forth for like 2 weeks and then they was dating and now there's beef. Like it seems like it's just too close of a timeline. If like somebody must be about to drop an album or something, because there's just too much. There's too much like what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna call it bullshit. There's too much bullshit out here on IG Live for niggas to see, trying to get niggas to pay attention to them. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, Uzi and JT, they stay in like shade room and all of that, so this is too much with them for real.
Hey, niggas was on Twitter talking about a girl was like, I'd be damned if I let some nigga that's 4'9" yell at me. The same height yell at me.
How tall is Uzi though? Like
That nigga's like 5'5", bro. He's like 5'4". Like the nigga's short as fuck, bro.
If you see him live, don't stand in the back.
This nigga's a thumbtack, bro. No cap, a tic tac, no cap. And he over here yelling at some girl. Boy, I'll throw your ass. Like, what you talking about?
He was just being a weirdo too. He was like, he was talking to JT like, if I tell you to kiss me, you gonna kiss me. Like, what?
Yeah.
Hey,
what's the point of that?
some people get to a certain status and then they think that like they could control everything around them and they really can't. So yeah, I feel like that's just what's going on with him right now.
I mean, I'm happy.
And JT from the studio and Young Miami like, yo, come on, you try to finish this shit.
What'd you say, Fly?
I say, or he ain't been in a relationship in a long time either.
Well, that's
That could
true.
be true too.
We know that's true. Because after Britney, there was who? I don't remember.
That's true. A bunch of women.
Exactly.
A bunch of women.
Bunch of
He dated
floozies.
somebody.
A bunch of fast ass girls.
But Zay, I
Susie
think you're right
Sunshines.
though. I think you're right, bro. Because like even like when we talked about it a couple weeks ago with the Ti shit, like how power goes to people's heads and they think they can just do whatever the fuck they want, and like Ti and whatever, what's her name, Tiny? Yeah, they was like drugging people, bringing them back to hotels, having sex with them. If they wouldn't have sex with them, they was like doing wild shit. Like once you get that sense of that power, I can see someone becoming a control freak. Like that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Absolutely. Because they like sex addicts and shit, if you really think about it. Like, them people, like, that's really not healthy to be, you know, having those kind of relationships, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like that goes to their head.
Don't say the Southside. The Southside was talking that shit. So.
Hey, what's funny is you see Southside dad said something too.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, his
Fathers
dad,
get off.
bro, his dad like this nigga got on IG and was like, nigga, basically, oh yeah, he was like, nigga, you're just some nerd that likes computers and likes beats. Like, stop acting like you tough, nigga. Like, you're not really about that shit. Like, you're not a real gangster. Like, all types of shit like that. Like, this whole thing is just like a publicity stunt, bro. Like, it's just like
I think
the whole
it
thing
needs
is
to be like a
stunt.
real celebrity team deathmatch.
Hey, I'm down.
Not a cartoon.
These niggas got so much beef on the internet. Might as well y'all want to make money off of it anyway, right? Put it together, man.
It's facts.
Stream it on Triller.
For real.
Speaking of other relationships, Jess, toxic relationships, whatever you want to call it. I know not everybody in this chat is familiar with the Joe Budden podcast, but there are some, and we've noticed that there has been a little bit of a strife on their podcast, and just wanted to bring that into light. Rory and Maul are not present, and I have stopped watching that bitch altogether.
As a
Oh,
buy.
yeah. Oh, have you?
Now, Lost. I know. In the past, you and me have got into it about some Joe Budden arguments. I still do fuck with Joe.
Can you?
But I wanted
still
to be
not
known
name
that I
5
watched.
songs?
I
Bruh.
did last time. Last time we did this, I named 5 songs. But regardless,
Hey, Pump It Up don't count.
And the remixes.
I can still name 5 songs.
And
But
the
regardless-
instrumental.
And the acapella.
Regardless, I come to the Joe Budden podcast exclusively for Maul, because that nigga Maul is hilarious.
He is. He's
Maul
really
is
fine.
the biggest reason why I watch. So Rory, I'm kind of impartial to, but like I enjoy him there regardless.
Bro,
But
which
it's
one
just
is
like-
Maul?
The black dude.
The black
Big
dude
Okay.
sits in the chair.
I got you.
That's Maul, and Rory's the white dude. Basically, both of them went on strike or whatever the fuck is going on because they had some personal issues with Joe. Rory said that Joe wasn't his friend live on air, and it was just all types of bad.
I didn't see that.
It was a couple episodes before they went on strike, and they was having a conversation about like friendships and business, and then Rory go like, because like Joe was trying to make a point, and Joe and Rory were arguing, and then it kind of got like personal with them, and then Rory was, because Joe was like, well, I would love to do business with my friends and make sure like all the shit works, and then Rory was like, but what if we're not friends? And like looked Joe dead in his eye, and it was like, oh yeah. So that's when the shit kind of got a little skeptic.
I didn't know that.
Ooh, that's tense.
Is it all
You know,
about
it's
money?
fried because there's always been that tension between Rory and Joe. Like whenever I watch that show, it's like these niggas don't like each other.
It was like that for a few weeks, but like when I first, like, cause I didn't start watching the show until like a month before we started our podcast, and like around that time they was cool, but it was like the 2-3 months leading up to now, that's when it got real bad.
Yeah, bro, that shit's sad. Like that shit is sad because
Hey, all good things must come to an end.
Nah, bro, not yet. Because the whole basis, it's like, okay, so it's like this, right? Let's relate it back to this show. All of us are friends. right? All of us are pretty good friends in this motherfucker. We play Xbox together. We hang out. Eventually, we all gonna go out together and all that type of shit. Some of us have been out together. Some of us live near each other. All that type of shit, right? We have a community and a camaraderie that is associated with this chat, right? That's what like I go to the Joe Budden podcast for. I see them as like, at least from an outside perspective, I don't know a lot about them. I see it as like them three being best friends, but they bicker sometimes.
Yeah.
So like there's always a respect level. Like Joe's the rapper. Mal has like ties to Notorious B.I.G. and is like somebody else in the industry's like cousin. He like somebody who's one of the dudes that founded Rockefeller is like his cousin or some shit. And then Rory is whatever. It might be best friends with Joe. Like I see them all as like best friends. So I'm like, yo, like even when they get into it, there's respect. They get into heated arguments, but like everything gonna be cool at the end of the day. It's kind of like talking with your niggas, like talking with your boys. You know what I'm saying? But like now it's like, whoa, like now they not on the show. That whole like community camaraderie element is kind of gone to me.
Well, let me back up and clarify. The reason why it happened is that Joe and Rory got into it, and then Joe told Rory to like take a break from the podcast, and then Maul was like, "Who are you to say that he needs to take a break from the podcast?" So it was really Maul was defending Rory, and Rory and Joe got into it. Because like you said, like them niggas was like close before the podcast.
Right.
Like I remember one episode, Joe said he used to live with Maul.
Yeah.
Parks, the engineer that does all the shit, that chimes in every now and again. Like Joe and like Parks was Joe's audio engineer at one point in time. So like that's why they're close. But like I never understood how Rory and Joe were close. So, I mean, I guess that's probably why all this is happening, because they were never really that close. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up was Taylor's point is that the four of us started the podcast, and like I didn't really know Shank up until we started the podcast, but I knew Taylor and D pretty well. I knew Taylor and D pretty well. So it was like we was already cool. So it's like I'm not trying to be all sad and shit, but would the same shit happen to us? Are me and D finally gonna like punch each other in the fucking face? Are me and D really gonna get into it with each other? Who knows? I don't know.
Hey man, only time will tell.
Let's hope not, bro.
I have to
Yo, turn your mic a little bit. Turn your mic a little bit, please, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you.
Who knows? Maybe Taylor gives Shank.
Can
a
you hear
bucket,
me now?
And then Shank comes back and elbows Taylor in the face, and then next thing you know,
See,
Shank and Taylor got beat.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's like a community amongst bigger niggas. We just have like a bond. Like me and Shank ain't never gonna beef. I ain't worried about beefing with Shank ever.
Me?
Shank,
5'10".
I told you 5'10".
5'10".
Okay, so you the second tallest of all of us.
Like me and Shank not gonna beef. Me and him have very similar
Is
personalities.
he?
Second tallest? No, that's Zay. I'm third.
Well, I guess out of them four.
Out of the group though, second.
I thought Zay was 5'10", 5'9".
Nah, I'm like 5'11" and a half,
Here
my
we
guy.
go.
I'm like 6 foot.
Talk your shit.
6 foot.
Talk your shit.
Right? I always, you know what I'm saying? I always use 6 foot, but
He's 6'2".
when
Platform shoes.
I put the Kobe's on, yeah.
But that shit is so sad, bro. Like that shit fucking me up. I watched that shit so much. Like I love that fucking
bro,
show.
like I loved watching it. Now I like I said, I keep it a buck. The second I saw that they was like officially on strike and they wasn't showing up, I stopped watching for it. I stopped looking out for it. I didn't even.
Yep.
Like, I have not watched the episode. Matter of fact, the episode after they said that they was on strike, I like skimmed like the first 10 minutes to see if I could still try to rock with it, and I couldn't do it. And I also really couldn't fuck with it because how Joe was handling it. Because he was making like all these little sneak disses about friends, like left and right. I was like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna do this.
Was he really?
I'm not finna do this, bro. I just turned the shit off.
Bitter old man.
I turned the shit off. I was like, I'm not even.
That's
gonna
a
do this,
bitter
bro.
old man right there.
I told you.
Another thing that I heard in the streets was that like it also was some money shit too, because you know Joe got promoted to like director of like creator equity or some shit like that at Pantheon or whatever. Like after they So I was talking to Alex Dura of the Hunk Funk band. Shout out Hunk Funk. And he was like, yeah, bro, they turned down the Spotify deal. And then they end up with and then Thriller gave Joe a blank check. They said this on the I think Marcus probably heard this, but they gave him a blank check. Say, yo, name your price. This nigga Joe tore the check up and said, I'm not doing it with Thriller. And not or Triller, however you say it. And Triller now owns Versus. And like Triller is like huge. Like so that was
they did the Tyson
mistake.
fight. Triller did the Tyson fight. What are you talking about? Like people should know, like Triller's on there.
Yeah,
but anyway.
like this nigga fucking tweaked. So he threw a bag away. They gave him a blank check, Zay. A blank check. Name your number. It's fine. We're signing that.
That's what happens when you sign with new companies. They don't care. They're just like, here, we'll give you whatever. So like they tweaked.
And he tweaked. So now they on Patheon, however you say it. Patreon, thank you. Patreon. And Joe now has
the
like
original OnlyFans.
Is that what that is?
Technically,
yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, the original OnlyFans.
But Joe got a director of creative equity or some shit, some type of position. And Mal and Rory got shit. So, Dura was telling me that like when he said that, Rory looked at Joe like what? I didn't even know. I wasn't paying attention during that episode. But apparently Rory was like, really? Like you got that? What the fuck did we get? And I recently saw Mal tweet like, yeah, like somebody said like, yeah, we miss Mal on the podcast, blah, 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 blah. And Mal was like, we might be coming back, blah, blah, blah. And he put some money bags on there. So like, I think it might be a money thing more than it is anything else.
Hey Zay.
What's up?
I need to become a one-hit wonder because it can carry you far, I see.
Hey, man.
The disrespect.
I don't know, bro. I don't put no respect on no one-hit wonders' names. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was thinking about that earlier. Like, if you're a one-hit wonder, bro, I can't put no respect on your name for it. I don't really want to hear what you say.
Shaq West, one of your favorite
artists.
One of your favorite artists is Shaq West.
Don't do that to my guy. That's my guy.
He's a one-hit wonder.
He is a one-hit wonder. That's a fact.
Hey, man. He's not a one-hit wonder to me. He get his.
Okay, see, Joe isn't a one-hit wonder to me. Like, okay,
whatever.
Look what you gave. You gave him some leverage now.
It's cool. Everybody has exceptions, okay? And my exception is Shaq West.
So is Fetty Wap a one-hit wonder because he had all of his shit on one project?
I'd consider Fetty Wap a one-hit wonder because, like, I really don't know too many songs outside of 1738.
My Way was the song that put
This
him
nigga's
on.
a tweak. He's tweaking. This nigga had 4 songs in the top 20 in the world. 4 at one time.
Okay, and then after that, then what happened?
So is he the? So I'm asking you a question. So is he a one-hit wonder or no?
I mean, I guess technically by the definition, no, but like I could like think of him as a one-hit wonder, yes.
I'd say yeah, because if it's all on one project, the project's a hit.
Yeah, he was only good for a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Fly?
Huh?
What'd you think, Fly? What'd you think?
In this day and age, if you got two hit, it used to be a one-hit wonder was either one good song or one good album. But the way today's world works, if you can do probably at least 3 good songs, you're not a one-hit wonder. So I wouldn't consider him one. And then when he featured on some stuff too.
I think I agree with Fly because now I feel like the lifespan of an artist is shorter. Even when you pop it, like the lifespan of an artist is way shorter. So like, is he technically a one-hit wonder? I would say no. Like I don't
Yeah, I think
so.
the lifespan of an artist is shorter for those who get in, drop 12 million projects in 1 year and get out. But
but that's not even
Kendrick
that,
Lamar ain't been no one-hit wonder. He waits, 2-3 years between albums and drops absolute classics.
But
yeah, that's
Kendrick
true.
Lamar is one of the top 3 of our era, though.
Yeah.
Rappers.
I mean, that's
So
fair.
that
It's
doesn't
a hard
count.
comparison, but you know what I mean. Like, that's the difference, though. The difference is that, you know what I mean? Some people get in, drop 1 million
But
projects in 1 year, and then they're not hot anymore.
Okay, it's
That
like
didn't
this.
happen to Fetty
So,
Wap, though. He dropped that one album and it was trash.
yeah, but people people who work their way up, something I'm trying to do, work their way up in the music business, have longevity. But we're kind of talking about people who randomly get this one big hit, and then now they're trying to keep up same persona, same whatever. Those are typically your one-hit wonders or gone after a year or two. But if you have people like J. Cole and
I have a
stuff who
question.
came up, you know, who had three
Everybody
mixtapes
froze.
before he even technically blew, those people do definitely have longevity.
That's fair. Hey, I'll raise you this question. I know he's kind of building his saga as we speak, but is Lil Nas X considered a one-hit wonder?
I wanted to bring that up.
As of right now, yes.
In my opinion, yes, but a lot of people will argue it against it. In my opinion, because his most recent shit, I don't really consider like hits comparatively to Old Town Road or like any of
That's fair.
tracks.
But that's
I mean,
fucked up
he
though.
has-
That's
he
the
has
number one
Old
song
Town
of all
Road.
time.
He has Old Town Road and he has Panini. So
Did you just say that Old Town Road is the number one hit of all time?
Bro, based off of the numbers, that's the
Based
number
off-
one song
off
of
the
all
chart.
time. That's what I'm
on the
telling
chart,
you.
the
So,
longest number
you
one.
can-
I didn't know the numbers were arguing that across all
Yeah.
genres.
Bro,
Yeah, it's the number one.
that
he had-
motherfucker was number one for
He was
like
number one for
50
the most
weeks.
No, I knew it was up there. I just didn't know all. I didn't know we were putting the all time label on it. I did not know that. I knew it was up there.
I wouldn't. What did you call it when you said all time? What did you say?
Me?
Yeah. What label did you? What was the full label that you gave it?
Shit, I don't know, bro.
Did you say best song of all time or?
No,
The number
no.
number one
Like
chart.
the number one most played, I guess.
Yeah, the number one
I
song
would
of
call
all.
it.
Yeah, number one
It's
song
the
of all time.
most. Yeah, or most successful song. I would say it like that. If you want to give it a real title, it's the most successful song of all time. Apparently.
Well, the reason why I said that is because Zer0, that's not fair to him. Like to Lil Nas X. Like that's why like it's low key kind of fucked up that he made the song.
That's fair.
If he makes another hit, there's never gonna be another Old Town Road. Like that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Or it's not gonna come from Lil Nas X.
Let me try to take a step back and try to actually say what I'm trying to say. I don't think any of his other hits or like lead singles were played on the radio enough to make it a big hit, or like it didn't come across my way to make it a big hit. Like what other songs were there? Was it like there was another song on his album.
Panini was
Like okay,
the other
Panini
big
was
one.
up. Panini was up there. I can maybe give him Panini.
Rodeo.
No,
Oh,
I can't. I
Rodeo.
can't
Is
give
that
it.
the one with Cardi B?
Yep. See, that's the,
I
that's like
like-
the next closest one though.
I like
Yeah,
that
If you're
song.
being honest.
Yeah.
I like that song. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I could put it as a hit.
That's fair.
And
Hey,
then-
hey, it's a holiday.
not a
I
fan.
got hoes on hoes and we out of control. And hey, it's another one. That's how the hit. That motherfucker hard. That shit is hard.
Not for me.
I don't know if I'd call it a hit, but you know, it does have a little bop to it.
Yeah, a little shit with some bop in it. I have a separate question actually, for Zay.
What's up?
So, in terms of like YBN Cordae, right?
Uh-huh.
There is a chance because he's a great rapper, amazing rapper.
Uh-huh.
There is a chance that if he don't come with another hit, he becomes Freddie Gibbs. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you were saying, yo, Kendrick Lamar, you know, he's been top of our generation, blah, 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 blah. He's
Uh-huh.
also given us hits and blah, you know what I'm saying? But like YB and Cordae, I don't know, based off his album, I don't know
Uh-huh.
if he has that hit factor. And like, when we were talking about like 1 and 2 year careers, he could be a nigga that has a very long career, but nobody really pays attention to him, except for like us. Like, I'm a look, because I like YB and Cordae.
I
But-
mean,
He's this generation's Joey Badass. I think he had like everybody respects him in the game, but he's not gonna get that attention.
I think it's way.
I
Too
feel like
early.
he's in a position where he could, though. Like, if
I
he
think
drops another hit on this album, he can be.
I think it's way too early to judge this.
Yeah, I'm on
fair.
I'm on D's side with this. Like I think it's way too early. Like I did not hear about YB and Cordae until probably a month before the album dropped.
It's also just Cordae. He left that white.
Or yeah,
Yeah, he did live the YBN.
It is
That's
definitely
facts.
just Cordae. Yes.
When he did that barbershop freestyle.
I don't know though. And you know his chick got banned, so he really don't need the money.
Dumb.
Hey, shout out to Naomi Osaka for being one of the
For real.
dopest tennis players in the game right now. Period.
Literally.
Like not even about the bands, bro. She's just actually a dope tennis player. Let's get that straight. But anyway.
But he not really like living that life though. Like, and that's like that's like
I don't think he wants to.
No, but I know, and I'm not mad at him for that. He got a badass chick who's rich. I be chilling too. But what I'm saying is, from a hit perspective, from a party perspective, right? Like, he's not living that life. Like with Sway Lee, when Ray Schmurder came out, or Ray Schrimmer, whatever the fuck the name is, came out, they had a bunch of club hits because they was living that life. He not living. Then they got the crib with his shorty chilling. So like,
yeah.
How are you gonna make a club banger if you're not really living that life? Because some people want that bullshit. Some people want that shit. Like, that's just like part of people's lives.
While some people want that shit, I think that the just chilling at the crib has more longevity because you're gonna have way more days where you're just chilling at the crib than you are in the club.
Bro, it's not that hard to make a club hit. Literally, all you gotta do is get a popping artist. You can even get a person with a dope hook.
Honestly, it's mostly about the producer.
All they gotta do is reach out to you and be like, "Yo, let's do this track, blah blah blah, club hit." Doesn't take much. So if you're looking for it, he can do it.
His song's still playing on the radio right now. That Gifted song with him and
That's fair.
Roddy Ricch.
I don't even play that song a lot, but I've seen a lot of
either.
people playing that
it's
song.
on the radio live here, so I think he can do it, but I feel like he's just gonna be one of those lost people because of this TikTok wave. Just everybody. All these.
I think that he's just gonna be one of those people that down the line people are gonna look like Big Jenkins. People are gonna down the line. People are gonna look back and go, "Nah, he had hits. You're asleep."
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. He's never gonna go anywhere.
But would that match his potential though? Because I feel like I feel like in order to become a legend in this shit, you got to start young or appear to start young. I know that there's like a whole like hip hop life is different than regular life, but like the fact that he's so young, like he can really make a big ass name for himself as like a spitter and as like a fucking like hit maker. Like that's what J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake did. They all made that stem. I make hits, but my albums are fire. I'm gonna give you content too.
So somebody I can give you a similarity to that you're thinking that probably a Big Sean. Would you say that he could possibly be a Big Sean down the road? Because Big Sean is in a lot of people's list of good artists.
But I would say because Cordae only has one album, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you look back at Big Sean's first album, he had a hit on it, like a big hit, Ass. Like that was a big hit.
And he had Last with Chris Brown, and he had Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay with fucking Kanye West. That nigga had some shit on that motherfucker.
I don't think YBN had. I don't think YBN had a hit like that on his first album.
But I mean,
he had.
I feel like Big Sean's big project was Detroit, though.
I don't know. He had a chance to rap.
No, yeah, his best project is Detroit. I agree with you on that. But like his first album,
So we could,
Meek Mill on there.
I mean, yeah.
But he's talking about hits though. Like the only hit that he really had was Mercy. Dear Lord, please have mercy. Baby Jesus, please save it. No,
I was gonna say the other track, damn, the banger. the fucking track because when we made Standing Tall, we listened to 3 tracks. We listened to
I know what track you're talking about.
We listened to 24 and the track that's on Cordae's shit.
Broke as fuck.
Yeah, that's it.
Those were the 3 tracks we studied before we made Standing Tall.
Oh yeah, that shit was hard. I forgot about that shit. That was. Hey,
that was the formula right there. Yes, sir.
Hey, since we have the creators in the room, take us more through that process, more through that. What was the vibe when you guys made that song?
I'll make it short and sweet. Zay came in one day. He was like, "Bro, out of all the tracks we made so far, they're good, but we need a banger." And I was like, "Fuck it." And Zay kind of had a rough idea. He was like, "We need to do like something real simple, with like a piano and some drums." And I was like, "All right, so let me listen to Humble, let me listen to 24, let me listen to Broke as Fuck," and then we made that beat in 30 minutes.
Oh God. It wasn't. We didn't force it. It just happened.
Like it was just, and that's how I like to make music. I just like to just like let it come organically. Like Zay did come in with an idea, so that was a little bit orchestrated. But after that, it was just like, okay, let's just go and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing to do though. Get yourself a few songs that like fit the vibe of what you're looking for, and then go like listen to those, and then go in. Cause like we're about to do the same thing with another new song. I just sent you the playlist, Marcus.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're about to do the similar thing with another one where it's like you got a few songs that you listen to for guidance, and then you just go in.
While we're on the topic of music, Zay, your most successful song, my most successful song,
Yeah.
probably the best song in the group or at the time, whatever. I don't know. It's whatever.
I would say that,
don't-
but it's cool.
Don't stop. Lost Flyer, Don't Stop, featuring Zay. What was the process behind that one? How do we get to that? How do we get to that banger right there?
Man, again, I just came to D on some like, hey, we need one for the summer. We need a banger. Like it was because this was like obviously with me and Marcus, it was like inconsistency with the album. But with me and D, it was like I wasn't working on any project at that time. I had just came out with like a little EP called The Valley. But I really wasn't working on anything, and obviously The Valley was pretty chill. So it was like, I need something for the summer that I can rock with. And so I came to D with that idea, and he came back to me with like a first little verse and a first little hook for Don't Stop.
Because D was down bad on his luck. So,
You know what I'm saying?
just got to let go from my first
You're
job.
stressing about the world, and now you need to live. You feel me? So, yeah, man, that was like 2019. It was right before the pandemic, so it was like one of the last good summers we had.
And you remember I had you come over and write that verse, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely wrote the verse
I
like.
said, come over, write this verse in front of me. Because I was like, we got to hit. I can feel it already.
Oh yeah, we needed that energy. Absolutely.
That's interesting. Cause that's not how I thought that like this was D's idea, and then he came to Zay and was like, "Yo, I need a verse." That's interesting.
Nope.
No, yeah, he came to me and he was like, we need something. So I was like, okay. And I started thinking. And I was trying to go more of like a Tyga type of summer party feel. And then I remember the song Crew and how everybody thought, like a lot of people thought
that
I was like
definitely a big
the hook
influence.
for that. They was like, yo, you sound just like, it was Brent Fayez. And I was like,
Yeah.
dang. So then I was like, okay, cool. Let me, find something maybe more along that. And then that's when I, started writing and everything and just kind of got that vibe for the track.
Yes, sir. And not to mention the countless studio sessions. Let's not leave that out.
I was gonna put that out there. Yeah,
Definitely.
there's a lot of money spent on that, but I'm still satisfied. I mean, it's still at the top of both of our lists. So
In my opinion, it was worth it.
Yeah,
Like
we definitely got our money's worth out of it.
the fact that it's become like, I would say our most successful song, like it speaks to the fact that we really took our time with that one, and we really made sure that one was exactly as good as we could make it. So
That's true.
yeah.
Definitely.
Speaking of processes and things like that, the Brooklyn Nets, man. Them niggas said,
Hey,
trust
Zay,
the process
say
and ran with it.
Zay, say your phrase, bro.
Hey, look, dog. We got all signs that the Brooklyn Nets are going to be healthy come playoff time, correct? I bet. They're going to go there. They're going to get that. That's how I go there.
These niggas have acquired Blake Griffin, who recently has just started dunking again. Fuck that nigga. And
Right?
LaMarcus
Where did that come
Aldridge.
from?
And LaMarcus Aldridge, man. Make that shit make sense.
What you got on this, Shank?
Anybody think they going to beat them?
Look, the Lakers are the only one that can punch at them, to be honest. They're the only ones that can really stand up and fight.
Think so?
Like,
I'm just
fully
saying
healthy?
this.
Yes.
This happened in NBA history before. So
The Monstars?
no, the Lakers versus Detroit.
I knew he was talking about that. The 04 Lakers team, bro, with Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Shaq, and Kobe. And they still lost.
They still lost.
Yeah, but this ain't gonna be
Them
that.
dudes was like,
This ain't gonna be that. This is a smooth 4-1.
them dudes were 42 though.
Who do they have to stop bigs?
Hey, I'm happy you said that because what's hilarious, this nigga LaMarcus Aldridge. I saw somebody say lying on your resume greater than this nigga.
Facts.
This nigga LaMarcus was like, yeah, I think I can bring a lot of defensive IQ to the Brooklyn Nets. Nigga, what the fuck have you played defense? And you're a bucket. What are you talking about? That shit was funny as fuck. Like, nigga, you don't play D. Like, you shoot post fades.
The only thing
KD can play the 4 and stuff like. You never played the 5, bro. That's why they had Greg Oden. You always played the 4, my nigga.
He only started playing the 5 since like recently when they started running like the Draymond Green death lineup and all of that, and everybody started going small ball.
He could not defend the rim in San Antonio at all.
That's fair. The only thing I could think he means by that is maybe he's played enough game to know like. Because your center is going to be your defensive anchor. He's going to be like your quarterback for the defense. He's going to tell people where to move and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's what he means. But I don't know. You're right about the skill set.
I don't know. He's been in Portland and San Antonio, and I've seen him against the Warriors in the playoffs. And they put that man in a 1-5 pick and roll, and Steph Curry eats every time. Anybody eats against LaMarcus Aldridge in the pick and roll. You put that.
But most people eat. I mean, the Warriors did that a lot against a lot of teams, though. They were probably the best pick and roll team I've ever seen.
Anybody. I want you to go look at games, like previous games, and it's in the pick and roll against LaMarcus Aldridge, bro. And you think people are not going to pick that apart in 7 games? Not even just LaMarcus Aldridge. They have a lot of defensive liabilities, and that's what the playoffs is all about. Let's pick those apart.
Man, but you got to keep up with all them buckets. And I think this is like an amount of buckets that we've never seen before.
Foul trouble. Look at Denver last year. Anybody can get hot. You know
Still
what
not
I mean?
enough basketballs.
Yeah, I think
I still think you gotta. They have to get through the East still because I feel like it's still some problems over there. You still got Philly. Philly been balling without Joel Embiid.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I fully believe that the East is a cakewalk now, cause I thought LaMarcus was gonna go to Miami, and that's when I thought Miami was gonna be able to they was gonna be able to compete with Brooklyn. I still think Brooklyn would have won, but they would have been able to compete with Brooklyn. And then I also had a lot of faith in the Bucks, but then they traded away their backup point guard. Who's their backup point guard now? Is it Pat Connaughton?
No, they I think they picked somebody up through buyout.
And see, like, I can already tell you.
They signed Jeff Teague.
Yeah,
Jeff Teague. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. When the season started, I actually had a lot of faith that the Bucks were gonna make the finals.
Hey, shout out to Jeff Teague for being for Indiana though, but
still. Yeah, y'all got it. Whatever.
Hey, Zay, don't say that, bro. We got pick somebody better, bro. Don't say that, bro. Somebody better.
Mike Conley.
Hey, shout out Gordon Hayward. You know what I'm saying? Probably All Star.
Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Mike
Zach
Conley,
Randolph.
Dog, Zach. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas that matter, bro. Don't
even
say
Eric
no
Gordon.
Jeff Teague. Right. Some niggas that matter, bro. Make the city look sad.
Miami a chance though, because I think Victor Oladipo was a really good pick, especially defensively. He can guard Steph. I mean, he can guard Kyrie and.
I like Miami. I've learned that with Miami, it's the same how I feel about Portland. It's the same how I feel about Portland. They look great on paper, but when it comes down to it, do these niggas actually hoop? Not really.
I don't know.
Y'all just going off of the 4 stars. They can catch fire. Y'all act like Tyler Hero. I do talk a lot of shit about him, but he can catch fire. They have people that can catch fire. Kendrick Nunn can catch fire.
Not a big Kendrick Nunn.
He can Jimmy Buckets can give you 1 or 2 games by himself.
I say 1.
Hey, people say 0-4 versus the Lakers, but look how that series turned out, Taylor.
Honestly, I think if they would have got LaMarcus Aldridge, it would have made them so tough.
The hype is good, but when you got those stars that haven't been through that adversity, and a lot of them, when they have went through that adversity, they didn't succeed. James Harden, Kyrie by himself.
Yeah, that's cool. That's real cool. That's real cool. But they got that nigga that's 7 feet that shoot from about 45 with the ease. He about 7 foot.
Well,
You talking about the Slim Reaper?
I'm talking about the best player in the NBA, the most unstoppable nigga we've ever seen in our lifetime.
The tarantula?
You talking about
The Durantula. The Durantula.
20 games?
Huh?
You talking about the nigga that haven't played 20 games?
You right,
Hey,
but it don't matter.
Hey, hold on,
Don't
real
matter.
quick.
Wait a minute. It was just a calf sprain, but he's been out for 2 months.
Real
Is it
quick though.
Achilles?
Hey,
Come
Real
on.
quick though.
Hey, if
What's
it's
up with
Achilles,
him?
hey, it's spicy. If it's Achilles, it's so spicy. Like, it's so spicy. But go ahead, Zay.
What's up with him and Michael Rapaport though?
Oh,
hey, bro.
You know, I'm happy you
That's
brought that up. That's
wild.
on this segment today.
Oh, that was written in the notes because that was a hilarious read. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? Cracking up.
Rapaport deserved that shit.
He went straight white boy.
Look, I'm gonna say this right here. He wrong for putting it on the TL, but at the same time, KD know he shouldn't have been going that crazy like that. You gotta relax, bro. You're a
I feel like-
comedian.
I feel like
You
it's
can be-
more.
No, he's a comedian, but he's also in the media, so he shouldn't be talking like that to him anyway. He's antagonizing the man. And you know, they say he's sensitive. You know he gonna go off. You know he be on Twitter.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I think we just can't give him a pass just because he's sensitive. Like, KD need to get rid of his social media.
Out of respect though, in media respect, you aren't supposed to put that out in the DMs, especially like he was just talking shit.
Oh, facts.
Pretty much. It ain't like
Yeah.
he was, like I know he said let's meet up and shit, but you really think he really trying to meet up? This nigga probably on a flight to a game or something.
And when they meet up, it ain't never gonna be like that. It's just gonna be a conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but Rapaport, he deserved that. To me, like every time he be on TV and stuff, his takes is like undertone racism.
hey,
I don't fuck with Rapaport like that. I don't know. Maybe he can change my mind if I meet the person, but I feel like he deserved that because you just pissed off the Bears. That's pretty much what you did. You knew he was gonna do something.
and I had a premonition. I can see it now. When the fans get back in the stadium, Michael Rapaport gonna be sitting front row when the Brooklyn Nets come to Madison Square Garden, and KD gonna go for 65 and stare him down. Like, this what you get for getting me fined $50K. I can see it now, bro. It's gonna be lit.
Bruh, 50K
Wait,
is
KD
$5, bro.
Wait, KD got fined from that?
Yes,
he
sir.
did. Yes, he did.
What was
Today,
the
actually.
fine name? Did
I don't
even
know.
say what it
They
was?
fined him because
Inappropriate language.
Probably some shit like that. Probably some
No,
shit
they
like
fined
that.
him for inappropriate language and saying vulgar stuff. You know, he was talking about
Exactly.
his wife and stuff. Well, saying that his wife don't respect him, he can suck a dick. And all
Oh my
that shit.
god, bro.
So, yeah.
As much
KD
as I
definitely
don't like
didn't have to say all the
KD,
things
He
he
just kept
said,
that
bro.
shit. If you gonna
As much
talk
as I don't
shit
like
and
KD,
the person
man.
talk shit back, come on, man. Don't
I have a
be like,
question.
I fear for my life.
I'm not knowledgeable on this subject. So, like, how did this get out?
Michael Rapaport.
Rapaport.
he screenshotted it and
Yeah,
put
he
it on
was-
Twitter. It was an
He a
Instagram.
He a bitch
It
ass
was.
nigga.
It was
See,
a when it,
exactly. That's where he messed up. Nobody
He a
has
bitch
respect for the
ass
man
nigga,
that does
bro.
that.
it was an Instagram.
Yeah,
I think it
bro.
was an Instagram conversation, and then he
Yeah.
threw it on Twitter.
Mhm.
Yeah, he a bitch ass. He a
Exactly
bitch
what
ass nigga, bro. He a
Yep.
bitch ass. You got niggas like he. Yeah,
And
bro,
then
you
on
can't fuck
top
with niggas
of
like
it,
that.
he got his lawyers involved, and it's,
Yeah,
it's just
facts.
DMs.
Yep. If you read the messages, it'll say through there like, "Oh, you trying to get lawyered up or whatever?" Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for like defamation of character, but he did that with Barstool Sports too. But he lost that. He lost that suit. So.
Yo, what does he do?
He's a comedian.
He was a comedian. Now he's
When has
like
he had a
sports-
special on
he's a
Netflix?
He's a sports media person. He like old
That's
school back
fair.
in the day.
Fair.
Can
Has
we
that
not
nigga
say
been on
that's what
Netflix?
comedians? Can we not do that to comedians, bro?
What? What you mean?
Where's your Netflix special?
Yeah.
That's
We
not
don't-
the end all
We
be all
don't
of
need to
being a
do that for
comedian.
comedians, bro. Don't.
What
do
you
that.
mean? What's wrong with saying that?
That's saying like the only way you can be a comedian is if you have a Netflix special. There's
Well, the
a
way that life
ton
is
of talent
going,
in you.
The way that life is going, that's what it is. Now, obviously,
Nah.
you know, niggas like Desi Banks. Desi Banks is still on the come up. You know what I'm saying? So he don't got that yet. You know what I'm saying? Carlos Miller and Chico Bean, they got their own little show on
Bro.
YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But
A
what
lot
the
of
fuck does Michael
Netflix
Rapaport have?
specials are for older comedians that are like over the hump type of comedians where they just know if they see their name, they just gonna be on there.
Yeah, but that's my point. That's my point, Fly. This nigga been around for years. Where's
He
his
should
Netflix?
be over the hump.
This nigga not
see what you
new.
getting at.
Like he's not new, D. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
in movies and all of that, bro.
This nigga been in movies. This nigga been on First Take 1,000 times. Where is this nigga Netflix special? Get this nigga the fuck out of here.
Because nobody clicking on it if it's saying
Don't nobody give a fuck about Michael Rapaport. And I fuck, and you know what's crazy? I fuck with bro. Because a lot of black people fuck with bro. But now that he done this weak ass shit, I don't fuck with bro.
The funniest thing he did was when the Knicks drafted Porzingis. Who the fuck is this Tingus Pingus? That was the funniest thing he ever did.
That was funny. That was the first time I ever knew who he was.
Oh God.
And see, Fly, and that's the problem. This nigga like 50, and that's the first thing you heard of this nigga. This nigga not funny.
He's been on Friends, Prison Break.
Bro, why did you start off with
Prison
Friends with a
Break
bunch?
ain't even, bro. Prison Break ain't even a comedy, nigga. That's not even a comedy.
Nigga started off with the most overrated show of all time.
You went with the most white show that black folks don't watch.
I said Hitch. I'm saying the big shows. Y'all talking like he ain't got money. He got money. He was on.
Nobody say he got no money. Nigga, Bad Baby is rich. I mean, I like that hoe. I hate her.
He was on Big Bang Theory. That's a show. That's a comedy show.
That's a great show, Big Bang.
But he's known now for being in the sports media. He talks about the Knicks and all that shit.
Yeah, he's a Knicks super fan. That's really it. He's like another Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
Shout out to Knicks. They have a great season. I fuck with them heavy.
Shout out to Knicks, man.
Shout out Julius Randle.
Shout out Julius Randle. Manuel Quickly. Yeah. Mitchell Robinson, even though he got hurt. D Rose, the guy.
D Rose.
Hey man.
Hey,
they still got Frank Ntilikina.
Uh-huh.
The fuck out of here. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Don't bring that nigga up.
Now I gotta see his season stats.
That nigga weak.
Now
I want everybody on the podcast to know that Zer0 only like players when they good on 2K. So yeah.
Oh my fucking God, bro. We keep doing this. Like, shut up. Like, that don't make no damn sense.
I mean, if they good on 2K, don't that mean they've got to be somewhat decent in real life?
Look, Willie Cauley-Stein is the greatest center on 2K. In real life, what did he do? Not much.
Why don't he start for you then?
Because I got Mitchell Robinson.
Right.
Real life ain't on the game. Yeah. Real life ain't on the game.